If you're planning on having friends and family over this Christmas despite COVID-19 restrictions, you may be subject to fines and possible liability if someone falls ill under your roof. Despite COVID-19 infections climbing across the country, a recent poll by Angus Reid has found about 1/3 of Canadians plan on just ignoring COVID-19 guidelines this holiday season. For more on the legal ramifications, we are joined by personal injury lawyer Rajiv Haté. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you as well. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's go through a number of questions here. If I host a Christmas party where someone contracts COVID-19, can they sue me?
Yes, they could. And the risk if they sue you is that your home insurance may not actually cover a claim like that. There's a number of exclusions under various home insurance policies. And what exclusions apply to your specific policy, you would have to check your own policy. But some of the exclusions that I've seen include, there's one for communicable diseases. Other exclusions include for unlawful acts or criminal acts or intentional acts. And so if you are doing something that is outside of the law or outside of the public health regulations, or again, if you have an exclusion for communicable disease, there's a risk that if you are sued, your home insurance policy will not cover you. And what that could result in is not only that they will not cover the damages that may be awarded or payable to a potential plaintiff, but even the legal costs of your representation, and that could be quite significant.
Do we have any idea what kind of monetary loss we could be talking about that you'd be responsible for, or is that just very dependent on the case itself?
It is very dependent on the case and exactly what the damages are to the specific plaintiff. But so that's it really depends on what damages actually resulted to the specific individual or group of people that are suing.
What are the types of consequences for breaking COVID-19 restrictions?
So, I mean, I think we know generally that there are fines that can result. I think there was recently a Airbnb in Mississauga where there was about 60 people who were attending a gathering, and there were fines of $880 per person and a minimum fine of $10,000 for the host. And those are quite substantial fines that you could be facing. And so on top of the fines, though, as I mentioned, the risk is, of course, if your home insurance policy does not cover you for the liability, then you're going to also be exposed to further economic consequences in terms of having to pay a lawyer to defend yourself, possibly even to get into battles with your insurance company about whether or not they should be covering you.
I'm seeing a lot of conversations online about people looking for loopholes to see how they can legally host a Christmas party. What would you say?
Quite frankly, I would discourage it. I really do say, first of all, follow the public health guidelines in your specific region, and that is something to consider here. Is that each region is different, so what restrictions apply to each region, you'd have to check for your specific region. But in addition to the economical consequences, there's also the emotional and non-economical consequences. Most people that are having a party, usually it's a gathering of their friends, family, or loved ones, and so you have to really consider: do you really want to risk potentially spreading a deadly disease to the people you care about the most?
Rajiv Haté, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.